Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and today I am going to be telling you things that I've learned in my 20s as a 21-year-old. I know 21 isn't too far from 20, but you learn things along the way. People always say that like your 20s are like the best time of your life, which can be true in some aspects, but they don't tell you about the things that aren't good. They don't tell you about the losing friends or like the isolation. They don't tell you about that. So I have a list of things that I've learned so far, and you know, maybe you can, you know, take from this and apply that to your own life. So I have my notes app right here. I wrote down everything that I'm gonna say because sometimes I just can't do things on the top of my head because I forget sometimes. So I have this to follow, and then also I only wrote down 7 things because I didn't want to write me down like a long list of things. But yeah, I'm just gonna get into the list.
I just want to apologize for the amount of times I say like in this video, because sometimes I just don't know what to say and I pretty much use that as like a filler word. But yeah, I'm sorry, but let's get back to the video.
Okay, number 1 on the list is it's okay to fail. And I'm not gonna lie, I've always had a fear of failing because I thought that like if I failed, like, oh, like you're done, like you're done. But I will say the thing that did help me a lot was that fail can stand for first attempt in learning. And I feel like with that abbreviation, like that whole like, you know, thing or whatever it's called, that's like really helped me, because in order to like you know, succeed, you have to fail sometimes, because I feel like failing helps you with, you know, learning from your past mistakes. So don't be afraid to fail. Like it's okay. Like you're gonna learn, there's gonna be hurdles when you're trying to get whatever you want. So just keep going. Like don't let that one little mishap like keep you from your goals. Okay, number 2 on the list is sometimes you just have to let people have it. Sometimes you just have to pick your battles, because some battles are just not worth fighting at all. I'm definitely still learning this one, because sometimes you just gotta realize every battle is not worth your energy. Sometimes you just gotta let people be right, and if they sound dumb to other people, that's on them, not you. Okay, number 3 is, oh, this is my favorite one. Okay, it says life isn't a race, you're on your own path. I'm definitely still learning this one, because I can admit, like, I do have this thing where I'm always comparing myself to other people. I'm always like, oh, well, how come they've gotten this? Which, I mean, I'm happy for them, but I'm always like, oh, well, how come they got this and I've been doing this for a long time and I haven't got there yet? And sometimes I just gotta understand that I'm on my own path. Everybody's like timeline is different, and I think that's something that I need to work on. A lot of other people tell me I need to work on that, and they're not lying. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel that social media does play like a huge role into people like comparing themselves to others, because like we see people online and we're always like, oh, well, like how did they do this, or like how did they get there so fast, or like why am I not like that? And you know, I just remember what my mom always tells me. She says that like comparison is the thief of joy, and I think that's true. And I just feel like we need to focus on our own path and what we're trying to do, because everybody's doing something different. And I think with us comparing, like, you know, ourselves to another person, I feel like it kind of like keeps us off track, and we kind of like doubt ourselves. Hey, we're on our own path. Okay, number 4 is a credit score is more important than you think. Some people may think that like a credit score is just like a random number attached to your name, but I don't think people like understand that like it can affect like how you live, or you know, what kind of car you drive. And it's like your credit score is like really important. So you want to make sure that you want to keep a high credit score, like, you know, paying off like any type of debt, or you know, like making like on-time payments. So now my credit score, it's pretty good, thanks to my mom. You know, she sets me up for success. Love her. Yeah, mine is good. But no, for real, like actually like keep a good credit score, because you want a good future and I want you to have a good future. So don't do nothing crazy like I did, because I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I did have like a high credit balance of like $3,000. It was up there. It's stressful. don't do that. Okay, number 5 on the list is energy does not lie. Oh my gosh, I don't think people really understand like how strong their gut feeling or like their intuition is. Like it's strong. Like for example, if you're talking to somebody and like they sound really nice but their body language just doesn't show that they're very nice, yeah, that's a sign of bad energy. Or even like if you're like somewhere and the atmosphere isn't the best and it's you just feeling like it's not good, yeah, you gotta go. Like listen to your intuition, because it could, I'm not gonna lie, and I don't want to sound like I'm being dramatic, but listening to your intuition could possibly save your life. Honestly, there's a lot of crazy things that happen in this world, so I believe it's very important to listen to yourself, because if something does not feel right to you, then yeah, that's your sign to really like, yeah. Okay, number 6 on the list, and it's pretty harsh, but no one's coming to save you. Okay, now if somebody comes to save you, that's freaking great. That is so freaking great for you. I'm happy for you. But no, honestly, you just gotta realize that there isn't gonna be someone to like swoop in for you and suddenly make life easier for you. It starts with you. Like no matter if you're tired, you're scared, you don't know where to start, like you have to put in the work, and you are the recipe to your own success. Like for example, like I have my mom, and my mom, she's amazing. Like she's told me multiple times that like if I ever need help, like she'll be there for me. But at the same time, like I can't expect my mom to, you know, always like pick up the pieces. Like I have to do it myself. In order for me to get wherever I want to be, I have to do it myself. Like I can't expect my mom and put my mom into everything. Like I have to do it myself. I'm not gonna lie, it does sound like a harsh statement, but I do feel like once you realize you can't just stop and wait for people all the time to rescue you, you take all that power back and realize that you're capable of creating the life that you want. Now it may not happen whenever you want, but you're definitely capable of creating the life that you want. Okay, and the last one on the list is to just do it and not care what anybody else thinks. I know it sounds like cliche, but I just feel like I gotta reinforce it just in case if anybody needs it, because I just feel like we're so caught up in what other people may think of us whenever we want to reach a goal, but who cares about what they think? I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I feel like we just dwell on other people's opinions too much. We're just like afraid what they're gonna say or think. But honestly, if you think about it, people are gonna have something to say whether if you're doing it or not. They're gonna talk about you regardless. And would you rather have somebody talk about you when you're rich or whenever you're down? Because I know for me, I would rather be rich and have people talk about me. Like I don't care. It doesn't matter if they're talking about you or if they're laughing at you, because at the end of the day, guess who's gonna have the last laugh when you're rich and famous? You. So I just feel like you just can't worry about what other people think, because their opinion isn't gonna matter when you're rich and successful. Like, come on, like let's be for real. So that is the end of my video, and if you guys have any other, you know, life advice or tips that you can give, you can put them down in the comments. But with that being said, thanks for watching my video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.